All right. This is Blue Rabbit here, coming to you guys with an update on Batman Arkham Fright-Knight. So I wanted to take some time to kind of talk the new update through with you guys, show you guys what some of the new features are, what you can look forward to, and a little bit of the how-to with the new changes that I've made. So I've made quite a few changes. This one has taken me some time, and nothing's perfect, so I would love feedback on it, of course. But so this one is going to be the combat tutorial. So for all of you guys who have been waiting for Arkham style fighting, I know I've released some clips of it over some time now, and I've been working to perfect it. It's looking pretty good, I'll be honest. A few tweaks here and there, perhaps. Maybe a few more moves can be added, but just want to kind of walk through what we got so far with you guys, get your input. So this will be available in the main menu. So in the main game itself, the Batman Arkham Fright-Knight main game, you can find this one in the, I forgot what I called it. I think I called it the probably options or something, or like it'll be where you can find like the tools, gadgets, and etc. Right? So that's going to be the combat tutorial. I'll put it in the details when I get to it. But so we're going to go and explore some of the game options, the game modes. As you can see here, we have Endless Rumble. Basically an endless wave of enemies getting increasingly harder each wave. And I tried to be a bit creative for you guys. I tried to make it fun. So I'll be honest, you guys will have about 20 or 30 rounds before things start to get a bit too repetitive. So a decent amount of fun there. The next one here will be time combat. So beat all 12 enemies within a specified amount of time. So you have 3 minutes. Do the best you can. And if you beat them all within 1 minute, which is possible, you get a little reward. This one's going to be your go-to. This is your Teach Me How to Brawl. This is basically the tutorial itself. It will walk you step by step, directions, everything on how to actually fight. So it takes full advantage of all of the combat systems, the gadgets, the different enemy types, which I'll go over in just a moment. And of course, just the button layouts and what to press to do what, and how to keep it more fluid, right? A lot of you will find that it's pretty easy to pick up. Nothing new. If you play the Arkham games, it's pretty similar. So that's something fun there. And then the last one will be I Am Vengeance. Now, this one is just a free-for-all, literally endless wave of enemies. Not even waves, rather. They just keep spawning. And you just fight until your heart's content. This one I added because I know people just want to fight. You know, they don't want to deal with the waves and points and stuff. They just want to beat up bad guys, right? And I have this game mode for that, so... if you click square, on the top left corner here, you'll see View Token Guide. Now, this is interesting. This one was actually an idea from my visual effects artist, Grim Fear. He thought, let's make it a bit more interactive with the player. So let's have a set of rewards. I call them rabbit tokens, just to be a little bit unique. But they're essentially trophies, so to speak, that you can achieve if you want to. You don't have to, but I'll be honest, you do want to do them because you can get what they call rabbit tokens from them, which will allow you to unlock new maps. Now, I haven't talked about maps yet. You'll see that in just a moment, but as you can see on the left side, you have the trophy titles, or what you have to do, descriptions to achieve it. And then on the right side of that, with the black squares, you have the difficulty level for each. So 1 star being relatively easy, right? Nothing complicated, all the way up to 3 stars, where you might have to actually work a bit for that, depending on your skill level, of course. So that's exciting. And you can access this, of course, in the entry game menu here. You can also access it in the pause menu when you pause the game mid-fight. So you can kind of be reminded on what you're trying to achieve. So let's kind of talk a little bit about the map. So let's say I click on one of these guys here. As you can see, I have a couple of of pre-available maps. Okay, and these are maps that are all within the same game, right? So there's no leaving the game. So I gave you 2 for free, right? Have fun. But then you have to unlock the rest, right? And I think there's a total of 9, so that's pretty cool. And each one costs 1 rabbit token. So if you complete all rabbit tokens, of course, you can unlock all maps, right? Have fun with that. And they're pretty unique, each one. They're not identical, each one. So a little bit of fun that you can have with each map, right? So that's cool. So I won't start the game mode just yet. Let me actually go over to the edit mode here and kind of show you guys a little bit of what the city looks like. I know a lot of folks have seen photos online. I have a little bit of a little cool filter going on there, but this is what the city looks like. Pretty nice, pretty spacious, I might add, compared to the previous releases. So I definitely took full advantage of the meter. As you can see here, we're looking pretty stacked here. So took full advantage of the meter, and we have quite a few areas to play around with now. Over here, you'll find my Batman model. Let me just reset here. There we go. So Batman model, nothing crazy. I won't say that I'm the best at creating models, but I definitely had fun with this one. Took some pieces from community, modified them. I will not claim to be the sole proprietor to anything here in this game. A few things. I would say maybe about 60% of the game itself is originally mine. Like some of these buildings are all mine. I created them, things like that. But a few things, especially with the Batman model, I definitely took from the community and I modified them. Added a few shapes here and there to make it my own. Of course, I don't copy and paste, and I give credit where credit is due. But yeah, definitely the best that I could with this model. I've had some recommendations from other people who would love to make me a model, and it's not that I don't want that. I do want that. I would love a more realistic, more gruesome, more Arkham official Batman model, but it's that I don't want to do all the animations again. Okay, that's the only setback. If I just open up Batman a little bit here and kind of walk you guys through a little bit of what the bot is and what it has. This one is the game, the combat tutorial version, right? The normal story mode version will have a lot more capabilities. Okay, I had to reduce a few things here because you're not running around the city. You're selecting a map and you're kind of fighting, going through the game mode. So I wanted to kind of preserve some space. So we have a few things here, right? We have a couple of animations. Rolling, jumping, things like that. We have crouching. We have combat, right? Combat's pretty robust. So we have quite a few going on here with combat. I won't go through the logic, but I'll just show you guys what the deal is. A couple of cool things. Nothing special here. We won't go too deep into that. But let me talk a little bit about the enemies, right? That's always cool. So we haven't seen these enemies yet in any of the released versions. You play as the enemies in the first level, which I'm revamping at the moment. So it's going to be a lot more interactive, a lot more fun, a lot less rigid. But you haven't gotten to fight them yet. So this is going to be exciting. So we got 4 enemy types here. This guy is going to be basically your enemy that throws things at you, right? He picks things up and throws them. So that's cool. This guy is going to be your weapon enemy. So he has access to a AK-47 rifle, and he will fire at will. This guy over here is going to be your shield enemy, so he can protect himself from you. So you got to make sure you know how to counter the shield, break his guard, things like that. And then this hefty fellow over here is going to be your brute, right? So he's just strong. Nothing special about him except that he does not get affected from standard punches. You have to be a bit more creative, stun him, knock him down, things like that. Right. So I tried to add a variety of enemies to make it fun, make it a bit challenging, and stimulate the enemies. Stimulate the players in immersion in the game. Right. So that's cool. If you kind of remove all the logic, right, just to get a visual of the scope of things here. So let me actually turn the colors back on. In fact, let me go back here real quick and just make it so that we can actually see things normally. So this is what the game normally looks like. Let me take that off as well. Right, this is what the game normally looks like. Colors look great. My visual effects artist did an amazing job. We added a lot of natural lighting. We tried to make sure that the moon casts as much of the light as possible with the shading and a few of the colors. Of course, we did have to add our own individual spotlights just to make it more realistic. But I think so far it looks really good. We have a lot of areas that are kind of tucked away, but they still have sufficient lighting, so that's great. So I'll probably do a full video on the map itself in another segment here. This one is kind of just to go over the game modes and show you a little bit about what's coming with the newest release. We had this tucked away section here, which is cool. You get to fight in here too. Enemies come out of this corridor here, this little staircase. You fight them in this open area. Also fight them in the parking lot. That's cool. So yeah, this is kind of what you can expect from the release coming up. And let me know your thoughts. Definitely excited. Now, I won't talk about this guy yet. Maybe I should. I released a video about it anyway, so there's no surprise here. But this guy, he's pretty cool. He's pretty feisty. He was a spontaneous idea that I had to kind of add some Easter eggs for some of the enemies that you might encounter in the story mode. So, of course, Penguin is going to be a side antagonist. He's going to be a side antagonist character. And he's going to be someone that you will have to fight at some point. And I wanted to be a little original and create, like a little mock boss that Penguin will be taking with him to the battle. And it'll be this guy. He looks innocent, he looks cute, but he's actually really, really, really strong. And you have to avoid his top hat at all costs, right? That's all I'm going to tell you. So you actually encounter him in the Endless Rumble game mode. Like I mentioned, not that one. You actually progress in the game by completing the waves of enemies, right? For that game mode. So as you get to a harder difficulty, at some point you will encounter that guy, and he's a force to be reckoned with. So I hope that you guys like it. I hope that you guys leave good feedback. Let me know your thoughts. And let me see if I can show you guys where that one is going to be. So let me quick save real quick, just so that you guys are aware of how you can access it. So if you go to the original game itself here, let's just reset my progress. If you open up the original game here, where you'll find it when I upload it, it'll be, see here. So of course, when you start the game, it'll be in the extras. Yep, so that's what it was. So no options, but it'll be in the extras menu. So once you click on extras, it brings you over to this page where you can view gadgets, kind of like get a quick visual on what you can use in the game. Of course, you can have a little bit of backstory on some of the characters. I'm still working on the rest. But the idea here is you will unlock them as you encounter them in the story. So no rush to see these guys just yet. But this is where it'll be. So combat training. So once I get this thing released, you can access it here and take full advantage of it. Definitely looking to get feedback. Everything's going to be first time viewing to the public. So haven't had many people test it. Only a couple of folks that I have on my friends list tested it, gave their feedback, but would love to hear more of it from you guys. And super excited about this one. I'm refining my skills every day. I'm trying to do the best that I can to get this out to you guys. I'm sorry it's been taking so long. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. They really have. And I've been juggling my own career on top of taking time to focus on this game and complete this game. So Hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one. All right, cool. Bye.